We can do that.
Broadcasting.
Did you say broadcasting?
I did.
As in live?
And in person.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it, which is the way I start every show. Refreshing. It's true, we're on the air, and we are live from the beautiful Rocky Mountains. So actually the front range of the Rockies. We're actually on the plains. It's flat here, and yet a mile high. It's Joel Comm Live. Play intro music.
Gets old after
It's
a while.
snappy. It's got a good beat.
What's going on?
Yeah, the imaginary intro music.
Yeah, do you hear it?
Yeah.
It's punchy.
We're gonna dub it in later on all the records.
Yes. Okay, so we're live, and I'm going to warn you before we get started today. This is like a Surgeon General's warning on cigarettes. This show may be hazardous to your health.
Isn't it good to your health, though? Because we're going to be telling them the truth. So how's it what we're going to say hazardous?
And so it's begun. Joined, of course, by my plucky comic relief, Dan Nickerson, whose pluck may be supplanted by my...
That's fine.
Supplanted or surplanted?
I'm a little tired today.
Replaced by my special guest. Sitting next to me is nationally syndicated radio star, host of his own show. He travels the world speaking and teaching on business and how to do business properly. And he's a stand-up guy, from what I could tell. He just walked in the office, and I thought, you want to be on the show? Sure. Please welcome Mr. JT Fox.
Thanks for having me, Joel.
JT, my brother from another mother.
Should have told me. I gotta have my parents listen. This is a big moment for me.
We're recording it.
Well, I know we're recording it. Also, they'll be able to see it again.
They can.
And again, and they should send this all to their friends. Oh, that's fantastic.
And they can, yeah. So
my mom always said, once you go on Joel Comm's show, you've already made it.
Actually, that's not true.
I know, but someone gave me $5 to make it look good. So
it's time to Twitter. Let's get the Twitters going. There is the URL. Hello, Liza. Hello, Michael, Kelly, Edward. Good to see our regulars here today. It's going to be a very interesting show. If you would go out there and Twitter the URL, and you could tell one of two things to those that you're going to Twitter, because at least two exciting things are going to happen today. One, we're probably going to alienate half of you because JT has some very decided political views, and the context of his show is to deal with business and political issues. And so we're going to deal with some of those today. And two is we are going to demolish this desk. This desk, which is already beginning to collapse, must go.
And I brought safety glasses just in case.
That's good. Because we're not insured for...
Well, I know you're not insured. That's why I brought them.
Yeah.
I promised to karate chop.
But if Obama wins, I'll have free health care. So can we wait until November 5th to get this done?
Free?
Free, yeah. I mean, it's going to be free for everyone.
Who's going to pay for that?
We'll get China. Get a loan from China. I mean, that's what we're doing right now, right? So if it works now, it'll work later.
Alrighty, so with the Twitters going out and people starting to enter into the room, we're probably on the front page of Ustream. Hello, Blogology. Good to see you as well. We're going to take some questions today as well. I want to set the tone.
I think you just did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to move on past the tone then. Also, a big welcome to Chris the Hand Harper behind the camera and the computer, manipulating the screen and doing all kinds of fun things on it. So, hi, Chris.
Hi.
Awesome. Did Fletcher take off because we're doing the show?
He has a meeting on Wednesdays.
Oh,
Church.
figured he just didn't want to be here.
Probably.
Can't say I blame him. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now this is my...
So,
I fit right in.
How do you do the intro for your show? Okay, you're live. Go.
Well, I start off with a...
No, go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the JT Fox Show. And today, we're going to talk about very important issues. Issues that are going to affect each and every one of you. Our show is about wealth, success, political events, current events. And there's a lot going on in this world. Obviously, a big political debate this evening. 20 days away from either the end of the world or a relief for some people, or...
That was easy.
But there's a lot of interesting issues that are going to empower us all. And I think the American people are in the dark on a lot of issues, from the bailout to what's going on in the election. I don't think people are telling us the truth, and it shows like yours and mine that are out there telling people what it is, and it's up to them to decide. I mean, I'm not here to change anybody's mind, but we do have some insights, and as entrepreneurs and as business people, because I think a lot of people who are listening to this, most of them want to take their lives to the next level, empower themselves. And empower themselves with the American dream. I mean, that's what we do. And achieving the American dream is about achieving wealth and success and financial freedom, the ability to do whatever we want, whenever we want. And there's a reason we do that. And it seems the way the economy and our government system is set up that if you are successful and you're making it, that you're going to be penalized. We're rewarding the people that are making mistakes and that over leverage themselves and that are pointing the finger at everybody else but themselves. But for us people out there who are creating jobs, creating financial wealth, working, taking sacrifices, short-term sacrifices for long-term benefits, get out there doing the right things, creating jobs, moving the economy, because small business is what built this economy. People like you and I and people who are listening right now, we are the pillars of this economy.
You are pillars.
Well, bigger.
You're
Pillars.
pillars.
And today we have Joel Comm, but we can't seem to get him on the phone for some reason, partly because we don't want to call him anymore.
Because I'm right here.
Because you're right here.
I'm right here. So, and you folks, out there, a lot of you have purchased products from me. I've learned from my blog, and it's all about the dream of being able to achieve and have the type of financial freedom that you want in order to live the lifestyle that you desire. So again, we're gonna swerve a little bit today. Typically, the show's about marketing, but
well, should we talk before? I mean, we've been political about how we met, which I think is an amazing testament about how we meet and leveraging relationships, and the fact that I'm here.
You were driving down the street, and I ran into you on my moped, and you had compassion on
Your
me.
Lamborghini.
Yeah. We were actually at a networking event in Napa a few weeks ago, and I told you guys I was going to Napa, and I told you when I came back that it was an incredible event, and that's where we met.
Right, but the idea is it's not what you know that's going to make you successful. It's not even who you know. It's what you know about who you know, and a lot of people are always hesitant sometimes. People think education is expensive. They should try ignorance. And the fact that you and I met at this event, just like we met, I mean, there were some of the top entrepreneurs in the world there.
Jack Canfield. Ron LeGrand.
We had
Stephen Pierce.
Michael Koenig.
Chet Holmes.
Koenigs. Yeah, I know.
I correct everybody on that.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
I had dinner with him there, and I said, well, I'd never call him by his last
What
name.
a fantastic human being.
He is, and his wife is great
A
too.
great guy.
so-
She is as well. Well, she's probably the reason he's a fantastic human being.
Right, and she's talking about he's getting a new car that's kind of like a spaceship that's going to fly all over the place. I mean, you should
Cool.
ask him about that. It's like one of the first. But we met, and now that we're here, we're going to see how we could do something.
That was a great look. What?
Well, it looks like a spaceship. It's like a bubble, and it does like 300 miles a gallon.
Oh,
or
I
Let's
something.
get him on the
I just
phone.
saw that on TV. the other day.
E.T. on hum. Hum.
I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I was saying. So it's the fact that we're meeting relationships, see how we could do business and empowering ourselves, and looking forward to making a lot of money and giving it all away to everyone else who's not working. So I appreciate it.
There you go. Well, with that said, this is as political as we're going to get on the show next week. You know what? Whatever happens, happens, and I respect those of you who, however you decide to vote, and I hope things turn out for the best for everybody. But, we've always been told that there's two things that you do not talk about. What are those two things?
Politics and religion.
Religion and politics, which I don't understand. I don't understand that at all, because politics, religion defines why, right? The whys of why we're here and in our theories on what that all means. And politics.
Do you think religion causes more good or harm?
Good. I think people cause harm, but I think that
Do you think people take religion to the extreme, though?
I think people of faith, right? People of faith
Are you
that
sweating?
live their lives in no.
Let's hear you sweating a little bit on that question.
No. I think people
You
of
think
faith.
he's sweating a little bit there?
Yeah, I mean,
See,
a
a little
here's-
stumbling there? I don't
Here's
know.
what you mean. When you talk about religion, you're talking about an organized religion. That's what I'm hearing from you. And there's a difference between organized religion and faith that people practice. And I think that organized religion.
But there's a bit more
is-
people who practice organized religion than they do faith-based religion.
Yeah, and I think that's dangerous because I don't think that's true religion. I think organized religion is not something that God has handed down. I think that's something that people have created. And anything people create, we screw it up.
Well, I think people take something to the extreme. I think religion does a lot more good than bad, but I think people take things too literally, and that's what happens in Muslims and who take the terrorists. And someone said to me, Muslims are not terrorists, but I mean all terrorists are Muslims. I mean, if you take a look at the news, those are the people who you see on cameras, and it's really hard to people take things to the extreme and take it away and then create chaos and tensions and don't respect other people's religions and views, and next thing you know, you got wars.
Exactly.
Most wars are created by religion.
All true faith-based religions that are based in love, I believe, and that is caring, concern, and compassion for our fellow
Well, I'm a
human
big believer in Comtology. I think it's a great religion. And,
beings. Was that like Dianetics?
Yeah, it's something like that.
No. So, religion determines the why, and politics determines the how. And we get so caught up, and we can't talk about those things because it gets heated. Well, you know what? If we can't get heated, you got to call. Say, hey, I'm on the air.
Do you want me to say that?
I don't care. Tell her to
That's
turn
my
on
booker, but
Ustream.tv.
she gets on the phone and she just talks.
Well, tell her to get me a gig just later then.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
All right. So in light of setting up this show, there's a video clip that I want to show.
I'm deer in the headlights today. I'm just gonna be like,
The top 10 is coming after the clip because we're going to need some levity. Levelty?
I don't know.
So, if you haven't seen it by now, look, this is totally untainted. This is actual video captured of Senor Obama out on the in Ohio, and he was talking to a gentleman, plumber, and they had an interesting little conversation. And I just want to play that clip so you guys can see this interaction, and then we can talk about it a little bit. So go ahead and roll that, Senor Christopher.
Give me just a second. Keep talking.
I'm going to give him just a second. We're going to keep talking. This is the type of studio we got going on here. We're very, we go with the flow.
Talk a little bit about this. The number one issue in hometowns all across the nation right now is about the economy, and we're in tough times right now, and a lot of people are feeling it. Well, the big question is what's going to happen, a lot of people are saying, tax-wise, if McCain gets in or if Obama gets in. Well, there was a plumber who asked some really tough questions of Barack Obama yesterday, I believe. Take a listen to this crosstalk.
Your new tax plan is going to tax me more, isn't it?
It's not that I want to punish your success. I just want to make sure that everybody who is behind you, that they've got a chance at success too. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
Did you hear that last part?
what he said,
Spread the wealth around.
Yeah, why are we surprised at that? I mean, that's Obama's plan. I'm not surprised at hearing him say that he's going to spread the wealth around. That's
Because
the whole point of his tax plan.
That is patriotic, Gretchen. I heard Joe Biden say it. Paying taxes is patriotic.
Well, he also goes on. First, let's hear what Governor Palin has to say about when she was on the stump, talking about a big spender. She took it out on George Bush as well as what she thinks Senator Barack Obama's legacy will be.
In times like these, the last thing we need is a tax increase. America just can't afford another big spender in the White House.
Go ahead with your thought, Brian, and then we'll talk about the.
No, I just say, Governor Palin, I just can't believe that she is going to. It would be to her benefit to link George Bush and her campaign, but I guess she was insinuating that this current president's a big spender, and that's going to work to her advantage to bring that up. But here's one thing that was really broken down well in the Wall Street Journal today, and that is this 95% tax cut for all Americans, and it's really not as it appears to be.
Well, and this is what a lot of McCain supporters have been waiting for him to talk a little bit more about, and maybe he will on Wednesday night. It is a 95% or 95% of the American public. This is what Barack Obama says will get a tax cut. But what is failed to be mentioned.
No.
Why don't we take a collection right now?
Okay.
All right. So nobody's twisting anything. Those are the words direct from the candidate. What does that say?
Socialism.
Pure and simple.
That's what it is. I mean, that's spreading the wealth around. I mean, that's what communism is. I take my money and let's spread it over to everybody.
Right. Nobody can twist those words.
I tell you what, man, why don't we just merge Cuba and the United States? Man, we're there already. Maybe we'll have Raul come in. I mean, they know how to run communism. They've been doing it since 1960.
Does he do the carpet cleaning down the street?
With that too.
I think that was the guy.
There's many Rauls.
So, yeah, and somebody says, I'm sorry, isn't taking over our bank. Socialism.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you take a look at the Marxist socialism views, that in the number 4, part of socialism is taking over the banks. And so, yes, there's none there. So I think socialized healthcare is on, everything is being taken over by the government. I mean, you think of everything. I mean,
So there it is.
I mean, Al Gore invented the internet. I mean,
yeah, no, I did.
I know you did.
I did. It doesn't even really need commentary because there it is. There it is. That's all. So with that said, here are our. I guess Chris doesn't have the.
No, he doesn't have the list.
Okay. Here are our top 10 reasons to.
Someone says right-wing propaganda. I mean, how is it right-wing propaganda? I didn't say it. Obama said it. How is it right-wing? It's not the guy says he's going to distribute the wealth and then we're the bad guys.
It's just the video. How is there propaganda?
I mean, that's word for word what he says. Somehow it's propaganda.
That makes no sense.
That's make no sense.
So, top 10 reasons to become a socialist country. Number 10, you get to meet celebrities in the breadline.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's the lamest one.
This is a joke, by the way, okay? Little levity in humor
They're all
here.
jokes.
The number 9 reason, the dreaded April 15th turns into National Paid Day Off.
Probably would.
Number 8 reason to become a socialist country, local emergency room, take a number system rocks. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad.
Yeah, it's funny.
Are the mobs storming the doors?
No.
Okay.
Still other business going on.
Really? Here we have business going on? Number 7, a deal or no deal will change format, player pays the audience. That's good too. Okay, number 6.
Am I missing?
In the top 10, you have no sense of humor, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 6 in the top 10 reasons to become a socialist country, the Chavez service station offers free gas with big gulp purchase.
That could happen.
I have a funnier one you could probably put in there.
Go ahead.
Okay, number 5.5.
Number 5.5. Michael Moore will be ahead of our media.
Oh.
Wait. Number,
That's fine. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see
Okay,
it.
you guys are about to gel here. Number 5,
Yeah.
Michael Moore movies now straight to DVD. Okay. Number 4.
Perestroika.
Yeah.
Glasnost.
Number 4 in the top 10 reasons to become a socialist country. Land of the fees, home of the slave. Much more PC, as opposed to Mac.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, mandatory parades have higher production values. Number 2, Web 4.0 socialist networking sites loaded with features. And number 1, reason to become a socialist country, Joel Comm Live replaced by Joel Comrade Live.
Yes.
All right.
That was easy.
Good. So welcome to those of
In
you
between
just
checking my email, I was right.
joining us here for JC Live today.
Welcome to Communist Hour.
Yeah.
I am your socialist host.
We are your redistribution experts.
Duh.
We've got what it takes to take what you have. Take what you've got.
Right. That's interesting.
So
what up, comrade?
So we're willing to take questions from you today. The Hodo asks, who has the best healthcare system?
I'm from Canada.
Hey
there, about there, huh?
Hey, do you know?
Hey there. So I'm actually born in Canada. I lived there 17 years.
You guys know each other, right?
Who?
All Canadians.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey and all them people. So
take off. Where's your toque?
My toque, I know. I said toque to a guy in San Diego who it's like 75 and he's wearing a toque. I'm like, dude, why are you wearing a toque? And he had no idea. First of all, why was someone wearing? It's 70. Because it's cold out there. So California people, it's a whole
Was he
different
Indian?
one. No, he was.
Because he can keep his wigwam.
No, he was not Indian. Are we offending another demographic?
It's a joke. We can't even make jokes anymore.
Well, that's the problem. Is you get jokes. Next thing I have Jesse Jackson's become revolt. I mean, I've had Jesse Jackson on my show. So,
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, listen, man. You know what I mean? So it's been very.
Did he get in your face?
Well, I got 2 words in the entire interview, so which was quite
Hello and
interesting.
goodbye.
No, it's just like, well, Jesse Jackson. What about what happened in North Carolina? Oh, listen, man, Alabama. No. What's happening in North Carolina? Oh, listen, man. Oh, New Jersey and no schools. No, Reverend. North Carolina, were you wrong? Listen, man, a lot of things going on in the country right now, and so he wouldn't answer me the question that I wanted, and so Reverend, I'm like, North Carolina. And he never answered my question. He's like, I have to go now.
So when did you have John McCain on last?
About a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So
what was that like?
It was very interesting because I met him. It was a funny story. I met him at a political fundraiser. Back then, about 2.5 years ago, near the 06 election, I was just starting my radio show. At that time, there were 3 people listening. 2 of them paid. Now there's 4. So it's pretty good to know that you're moving up in the world. And
I finally got your mom to listen.
Pardon me? No, they're from Canada. They don't know how to work the internet. So I tried to get them your book, but then I couldn't get past the first chapter. So, but it's a great book, though. I did read it on the plane. And she, what am I talking about?
McCain.
McCain. So I'm at this little gathering here, and someone taps me on the shoulder, and he says, "What are you doing here, punk? You can't donate." And I turned around, it was Senator McCain. No Secret Service, no nothing. Because I guess if you're a senator, you don't have Secret Service unless you fear for your life. And that's why Obama had a senator early in his campaign. And then the whole time he was sort of like busted on me. Hey, punk, hey, punk, hey, punk. And he was talking. He goes, what are these young punks there? So then he came on my radio show, and the first thing he said, he goes, how you doing, punk JT? Now don't screw this up. You're in trouble. So I had
called you a punk.
Yeah, so I said to him at the end of the show, I want you to say this. So when you become president, I want you to say, JT Fox, JT Fox, JT Fox. You're listening to the #1 weekend show in America, the JT Fox Show. And he goes, JT Fox, JT Fox, JT Fox, the punk. You're listening to a radio show I've never heard of, the JT Fox Show. And so he had a really great sense of humor, and it was really funny. And he'd go in and he'd go like, stop being a jerk, really candid up front. And you haven't really seen that in this campaign.
Yeah, where is that?
Well, McCain is a maverick, and in this campaign, you really haven't seen
somebody somewhere is taking a drink right now.
Yeah. What?
Maverick. You said maverick. There's drinking games that revolve around the candidate saying certain words, and maverick is one of those words that would cause those people to take a drink.
Okay.
So there's somebody drinking right now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, just thought you should know.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
And I don't know, you broke up my train of thought, which you never do in a radio interview. But
Get on that train.
So, what are we even talking about?
You were talking about McCain being a maverick.
Yeah, so being a maverick, thank you, because I got interrupted in the middle of a thought. It's very difficult here. You can't focus. I mean, this whole breaking down of the desk is putting a lot of pressure on me, and knowing where the wood chips are going to fall and stuff like that.
Let the chips fall where they may.
I know, but I'm afraid something might happen. So, and Joel was supposed to technically pick me up at the airport, by the way. I want to point that out. So if he ever invites you over to Colorado and tells you everything is set up, and then you show up and say, hey, Joel, I'm seeing you tomorrow. And
blame Melissa, who did not send me an itinerary for confirmation. I think she just said, yeah, he's coming.
You're sounding like an Obama guy, blaming everybody but himself.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
That was easy.
It's not my fault.
That was easy.
And we need change.
That was easy.
Change what? We don't know.
Can you change for $1?
I mean, no, you're going to have to give it away anyway. So.
Hey, easy now. So,
are you going to move your business to Costa Rica?
Yeah, I might have to. Nico Pisani, my friend's down there. He's inviting me all the time anyhow. Costa Rica's beautiful.
Because you can get like chimpanzees and monkeys do
Pura
work.
vida.
They're very smart.
I've already got.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, man, I ain't going there.
Dan is our VP of Ideas, and we're going to have a chance to brainstorm with you a little bit after the show. And you're going to find out that he's far more valuable than I am.
For those of you who are and let's just take it off the political view for a second and just the business view, what you're doing right now, it's actually very ingenious, because what happens is that in business, because I'd say what percentage of the audience are entrepreneurs that are listening to you?
I would say most of these people.
Right, and I have found that people who don't create a relationship with their list or their people, they're less likely to make it and succeed. And I started a blog, jtfoxblog.com, and ever since I've started that blog, I've made millions of dollars because now people get access to. Agree or disagree, people are buying people. They're not necessarily buying the product. And it's a great way to get your medium out. And I think people can connect to that. And that's why I think this is a brilliant idea. And it's a great interaction. And agree or disagree with what we're saying or we're not saying, I think people should do the same thing with their people.
There's a lesson here, and whatever your point of view then share that. And you know what? There's people that are listening that disagree, and it's polarizing when you talk about some of these topics, and that's understood. But the interesting thing is, for every email I get from somebody that says, I can't believe you believe that, I'm never following you again, I'll get 2 emails from somebody else that says, way to take a stand, I'm a customer for life. And that happens inevitably and across the board.
No, I mean, it's interesting. Obviously, you're very successful. I think we're all. I mean, you come in Joel's office and there's like tons of people, and these are the people.
They're rowing the boat. They're in the basement and they're
No, what happens is there's like 40 phones on the floor. And nobody working.
Spoiler.
And the boiler. No, but it's interesting because what people are saying is that Obama's tax plan of taxing the people with over $250,000 of net worth would, first of all, or making $250,000, you're basically taxing the people that are out there who are creating the jobs. And what's going to happen is people are going to come back. And what Obama has not told you is that even though he's going to give tax breaks to people who make less than $250,000, capital gains are going to go up, and so you're not going to be exempt from that. So whether it's selling a real estate investment property or stocks or whatever, you will get taxed more, and that's the problem. And I just hope that all this bailout nonsense that's going on is that we end up making money. But FHA can't be run. I don't think we'll be able to run healthcare. I think Social Security is upside down. And now we're expecting the government to take over and go and buy everything. And I don't agree with everything McCain. As much as I like McCain.
No, me either.
I listened to the last debate, and he wants to buy all the foreclosures. Now, one of my businesses, I buy a lot of real estate. And I think it's ridiculous to buy bad debt from people in foreclosure. And for me, you, and everybody here, paying down for the guy who should never got a loan in the first place himself, or took that refi money, got a boat, or put an addition on, or got a new car, or took the vacation. And so basically what this bailout has done, it's rewarded the people. And then they're saying, oh, well, once we do this bailout, it'll create a Comm. It hasn't created anything. Comm, you get that?
I got it.
You got that, right?
All right, so let's talk business. All right, I want to take some questions here. We got people in the room. We got plenty of viewers. We've got a person here that says you're an idiot. Trickle-down economics doesn't work, and he's lost respect for me. I'm a rich guy, so it makes sense. That's the attack.
Is that guy make any money or too?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
just you know what they say, when you
he's
blame the
anonymous.
finger at somebody else, you're usually pointing 3 fingers back at you, and that's the problem. It's just that this is a person that no matter what we tell him here and show him the numbers, he's going to think it's worked for all this time. I mean, this country has been built on small business and rewarding people the American dream. That's how it's been rewarded. Now, what this bailout has done, though, it's rewarded the people on Wall Street, and I don't agree with that. So I agree in the free market system of, if they fail, someone else will be buying them. Joe Comm will buy them up.
Here's a question. Is there an application I can use to get this video without my browser? There's no way to watch the Ustream video without the browser. No, sorry, Bill. This is the only way, and I would suggest trying a different browser.
See, someone agree with me. Let them go bankrupt. How come you don't talk about the people who agree with me? You only bring up the negative stuff.
We love you.
Well, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling very alien. All I know is I'll come to the radio station. It's like, sorry, because of your Joel Comm streamline.
We will let you hold Dan on a stick. That's how much love we have for you.
Oh, this is like a PTI on thing. What would Dan say?
That's been to a while.
Here, I'm going to be Dan.
Yeah. I'm speechless there.
So, Dan, what do you think?
All I can say is that if it wasn't for 2 wars and for a terrorist attack and for a housing mess that the Democrats helped us get into by not regulating Fannie Mae,
which ironically
would be
Obama's the guy who lobbied for Obama, and Acorn, who they wanted to give money in the bailout to, they have voter fraud all across the country. They're the people who bullied the people, the subprime, to give these people loans they shouldn't, and now no one wants to take accountability.
Okay, so those of you just joining us for a very controversial edition of Joel Comm Live, joined today by nationally syndicated radio host J.T. Fox, a man who has no opinion, clearly. And may I introduce you to the flying monkey? The flying monkey is actually a symbol for all that is good and right with the world. And if everybody had a flying monkey, I think the world would be a better place.
He's actually serious, by the way.
Is he?
It's kind of scary, yeah.
Yeah, no, the flying monkey. Let me show you.
Can I be Dan and tell you what I really feel like?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I need the little thing here. Say, because I don't want me to say it, because if this ever gets out again, it's not me, right?
We're gonna
That's
role play.
really stupid.
We're gonna role play. No, Dan loves the monkey, don't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
It's great. Yeah. You
So,
can tell me when you saw the Monkey Olympics that we did. We filmed the whole Monkey Olympics. And it was,
So your new nickname is Yes Man Dan?
no.
No?
No.
Flying monkey time. Here we go.
Oh my God.
See?
I got one of those. I got one of those for my show. That's great.
You shall have one.
That's where the ratings. We've got like 5,000 people listening right now.
We just shot up
Yeah,
there.
just shot up.
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Good to see you,
boxes
Sky
of
Guy.
those things.
Here's a perfect example of entrepreneurism. Sky Guy is a friend of mine. Tom Valot lives down in Boulder, and Tom's actually a staunch liberal and a Democrat. But what he's doing right now is very capitalistic. He's using his passion and his knowledge for space. Loves the planets and the stars and the solar systems, and he's making videos at skyguy.com. Go ahead and type in your URL there, Tom. And Sky Guy is like teaching kids about the solar system. And
I love the flying monkey.
He's
so funny.
He's
I can't get over that. There was a flying monkey and it just flew. That's great. We're talking about planets. I want to talk about the flying monkey.
He didn't like the top 10
Space
list,
monkey.
but he liked the flying
The flying monkey was in, man. That was well third.
We have a box of flying monkeys, and nobody leaves without one. So we have some lovely parting gifts for our guests of Joel Comm Live, including a flying monkey. So
Now, can we get I say I live in Chicago, so can we have a rally monkey for the Cubs? Do you have one of those?
you know, I'm from there originally.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I grew up in Northbrook, right behind.
Oh, did you?
Northbrook.
Yes, yes.
did.
I have a house there in Northbrook.
Where?
Mission Hills,
Yeah,
Country
I know,
Club.
of course I know Michigan. I went to school at Glenbrook North.
Oh,
okay, so and then
the hazing one. You started
yes,
that?
That was me, and yeah, I was one of the cheerleaders. Woo, bad girls. Then I went to University of Illinois. They were national news a few years ago. The cheerleaders at Glenbrook North, they were nasty to each other.
Yeah, that's the
And then I
hazing.
left. Then
I think
I
you
got
probably go to YouTube and type in Glenbrook South, and it'll probably
Surprised it
be
didn't
there.
come up on my cheerleaders RSS feed. I don't know why.
And what would we find?
The news story. I was surprised it didn't come up on the. Never mind.
I just like some women that get vicious, like they throw the eggs on themselves. It's really great.
You know what? I think he enjoyed the flying monkey so much. Dan, would you mind go step? Actually, you stay where you
Chris
are.
can get it.
Chris, get the monkey. I'm gonna let JT fling the monkey. Okay, and the trick is
this is gonna end up on YouTube.
To go past the camera, not hit it. So basically, pinky in this one,
All right.
forefinger in that one, pull them back and let it fly.
God, I mean, this is just, so the pinky in this one. I mean, this is live
Yeah,
here.
this-
This is a lot of pressure. There's no practice.
This is exciting. No, he's never done this before. He would be a flying
we've
monkey
had guests who
virgin.
shot it in the
So
face before,
first
so.
time, and just don't hit the camera, okay?
You're good.
Yeah,
I mean, this is.
You're good.
it's
All right, here we go.
awesome.
All right, it's the greatest thing in the world. Where do you get one of these?
In my office,
Here we
and
go.
there it goes.
That was not very good.
That was lame.
But I didn't want to hit the camera. The pressure was not to hit the camera. I choked when it came. When it
okay.
was important.
We can edit that. Put broken glass sound or something.
There
make it
will
sound
there will
less
be
impressive.
there will be discussions and flying monkey lessons. We got some people that are being very very rude, and that's typically what people. I never hear anybody from my position talk to people the way that I'll hear people on the other side. I mean, just sometimes just vile and anonymous. And we're gonna let you.
You know
in
you
here
made
just
it
the
when
same.
you can actually toss the flying monkey, but then I think I failed that. So
So
That's okay.
let's. I think let's talk some business. Exactly. Welcome, first timer. At the end of the show, we're going to demolish his desk. But JT is not only passionate about politics, but also about business.
business
And
and
you're
real
an
estate.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, I
And-
speak
and
on
real
how to
estate.
promote yourself to millions and dominate your market, and also how do people become wealthy in real estate. I mean, I've done both. I've done 591 real estate deals in the last 4.5 years, but I also.
But who's counting?
Pardon me?
591. But who's counting?
I am.
We'll have it back on when you get to
My
600.
count is.
So let's. We'll take
Did
questions
you finish your taxes?
about business.
Still not done.
Texas.
Yeah, my taxes.
I left Texas years ago.
taxes.
Where there are no.
You pay no
state
taxes?
Texas. No, I pay taxes. Believe
Are you
me,
done?
I pay taxes.
Are you done with it? I mean, I've got to file today. When are we gonna be done?
I don't know. Never.
I just
Never.
wondering. My accountant's watching. I told him I was working on it. How you doing?
So questions, you got to throw them at us. Question about the stock market. That was just it. Stock market.
I think stock market is guessing, it's gambling, value investing, like Warren Buffett says. I think people who are day traders out there lost their shirts. I think you've got 30% of the people's IRAs are down now. I think we're investing. I mean, look at this. We bail out AIG at $85 billion. Give them another $37 billion. And then the next day, they got to have a $400,000 spa day in California.
Well, you want to chill out after.
Well, of course, but on the American taxpayers.
I'm going
And then
to
that's what you said
Disneyland.
with Tyco, the lavish parties, and that's the problem with not being in control of your own destinies. These corporations spend a lot of money, private jets and stuff like that, and it's us, the shareholders, are getting big. To me, the stock market is like Vegas.
Peter Larson wants to know what's the number of AdSense sites that I'm running to create $800 a day. Probably 4 sites we're making AdSense money from, and the majority of it comes from one site. You don't need to create a ton of websites to make money with your content. In fact, I know several individuals that make over $1 million a year with Google AdSense with just one site.
Well, how come you only make 800 then?
Take a look at ezinearticles.com because my site's not as big. Ezinearticles.com, askthebuilder.com, lockergnome.com. These are single sites, and these guys are all doing very well with AdSense. So it's not about creating 100 sites that make $1 each a day or what have you, but it's about and that's harder to maintain. How do you maintain more sites?
You just got to find one site that creates immense value for its visitors and makes them come back. And once you can do that, that's when your revenue really skyrockets.
Well, flyingmonkeys.com
is taken.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
we own a few.
long gone.
Do we have any?
We own FlyingScreamingMonkey.com.
Flying and Screaming Monkey?
Flying Screaming Monkey.
Let's see, blogology.
ScreamingMonkeyMarketing.com.
Let's see. Kelly wants to know how they can get a custom-made flying object like the monkey. What's the site? Baidu? Is that
something Geek Think Geek, wasn't it?
No. There's the site that hooks you up with manufacturers around the world from China and what have you. I think it's Baidu. Let me take a look.
Well, no, is
that site? I know what you mean. Yeah, I think
BAID. I think it's BAIDU.
You didn't wear socks today?
No, it is not Baidu.
Not until it gets cold.
Joel, he didn't wear socks.
What's that?
He didn't wear socks.
Not till
yeah, but at least he's wearing pants. He was wearing shorts over the summer and showing off his.
Well, we used to be fine. Then we had a
legs.
guest and we had a long shot, and I realized I couldn't wear shorts anymore. It's true.
Let's see. Question. Survey.
What's that guy? Ultra U.S. streamer. What is he saying? Sounds like a lot of rambling.
Yeah. I don't even want to go there. Captain Lou. Hey, I'm really sorry that we're not going to make it on the cruise, and perhaps next year we'll make it with you.
But I did tell Captain Lou though, marketerscruise.com. If you want to book a cruise, you have a few more days to book on the big. Tons of marketers are on this cruise, January 8th.
Marketerscruise.com.
Down in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, St. Kitts.
I've got a Flying Monkey cruise.
Kelly, I didn't find it. I'm sorry, I can't remember offhand.
Flying Monkey cruise? You don't like the Flying Monkey cruise? I love the Flying Monkeys.
You are hooked now, aren't you?
I'm hooked.
Who knew?
In fact, when you come on my radio show, Joel will be on my radio show this weekend.
I'll bring the Flying Monkey.
Well, that's not. You're going to be on the phone, so it's.
You're going to hear it though. I mean, it's the audio, hearing the screaming.
Yeah, but this is visual.
Which is why we have to do this.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Hey, you're welcome for the signed copy, Random Streamer 65964. Who is this? Okay, while we're finding that out, Brownie22 says this is their first ever product. It's not in the internet marketing niche. That is JT Fox hiding behind Dan on a stick. And the question is, how do you get testimonials? Dan, you haven't had a chance to say much. Why don't you go ahead and...
Well, you just have to share it around. You basically, if it's in a different niche, you find people that have websites that are in that niche. You email them or leave a comment on their blog and say, hey, look, I have this great product. I'd like to give it to you. Can you give me a testimony? And I'll link back to your website. It's just a matter of being proactive and going and finding people that, yes, my twin, going and finding people that are in that niche and just sharing the product. They're not going to steal it from you. You just say, hey, look, if you have the time, it'll only take you a few minutes. Could you give me a testimonial and I'll get you a link back. I plan on promoting this book on this. By the way, if you want to be an affiliate, you can earn this amount of money promoting, and that's it.
That was easy.
It really is.
Yeah, and actually look for forums too. If you have a forum that's in your niche, you can post things saying, hey, I'm looking for testimonials. PM me if you'd like a free copy of my book, and I'm looking for your testimonial.
Captain Lou says Dan has 2 cabins on the cruise, and if you mention Dan when you register at marketerscruise.com, he may send you a flying monkey.
Yes.
We could do that.
Where?
Yes.
marketerscruise.com.
Wow.
Networking event.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have lots of friends on there as well.
And I had some things come up. I don't think I can make it, so those cabins are mine. If anybody wants them, they're 2 balcony cabins. Marketerscruise.com. They can have them.
You, my friend, are getting calls.
It's my lawyer.
I know that number.
Send lawyers guns and money?
He probably saw me on this and what are you doing? That's probably what's happening right now.
What's the
What
matter?
are you idiot? Do you know how long it took you to build some kind of reputation? This flying monkey through your career.
That would be
You know what I mean?
A picture of him in the gutter with the bottle
right.
and cuddling the flying monkey.
I like my monkey.
Say it again.
SmankTheMonkey.com.
He's holding an Obama sign that says change.
Tico Ray wants to know if he can get a weaponized flying monkey.
Yeah, we have those actually.
What are
Speaking
they?
of weaponized, do you want to talk about the new website I created yesterday, or we hold off on
Go
that?
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you talk about it.
No, you talk about it. Well, how about we talk about a different one, okay?
All right.
There's an
Thirsty.
application.
Don't they have, like, usually on your show, they have a little glass I could drink?
No.
We created an
Speeds things up.
application.
I'm dehydrating. The monkey's got more hydration than me right now.
That's true.
I don't know, man. We're not that close. We're not that close yet.
I don't know if I can talk about the application.
No. You did. If you watched your Ustream the other night, late night Ustream, you saw it though.
Yeah, it's true. There are those who might have been part of it. Captain Lou says 257 marketers from 14 different countries, A-listers, top VIPs, and there we go. So those of you just joining us late, deep into the show, Comm Live, special guest JT Fox of, what's the network you're on in California?
KBC.
KABC.
KBC. 790 AM.
790.
And then Chicago, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan is 560 AM.
Okay.
And we got Dallas and Houston coming up.
So
not anymore. That's what my lawyer says. Sorry, radio deal's off. So
if people want to tune into your show, they can go to your website.
Go to jtfoxblog.com, and it's Fox with 2 X's, or jtfoxshow.com.
Wouldn't that be Fox? No. Like Comm.
Yeah.
All right. AWSM wants to know who is your favorite talk show host?
Who is my favorite talk show host? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing the way the Democrats have. You gotta love Rush Limbaugh.
Was that Rush? That wasn't a very good.
That was a very good Rush.
No.
Let's take some polls and wives. I mean, I put down a little bit, you know what I mean? Because now this stuff ends up all on YouTube.
He's a hater.
Hey, you know what?
He's a bigot.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
He's a racist. He's a homophobe.
Hold on. It's more about.
He's fat.
It's more of when you look at Rush Limbaugh and Howard Stern. To me, what's impressive to me is not what they say or how to say it. It's the fact where they've gone.
It.
I mean, Rush Limbaugh used to do pay radio in Sacramento, and so for him now to be in over 700 station, making $400 million contract, to me, I've always been impressed by the American Dream story. Now, of course, Rush could be all about Rush, and then after a while, but technically, some of my advertising that I do for my companies I've done on Rush, and it pulls really well because it's the target audience. In fact, I'm finding out in a lot of my events and seminars, 80% are conservative based, and that's amazing. Then when I put some ads on democratically based talk show like, Air America, that nothing was polling.
Why did they go bankrupt?
Partly because I think the conservative audience is a lot more loyal audience, and I think, for example, our Democratic audience will listen to American Idol, while the conservative audience will listen to more sort of shows that are intellectually stimulating.
Are you saying conservatives don't like music and competition? I like reality.
No, I like reality too, but I think in terms of radio shows, so knowledge, and then there's a lot of Democrats also who rather listen to conservative talk radio so that they can argue and get both points.
Yeah, we've got a station here in town, Progressive Talk, that I'll flip over to listen to. I want to hear what people are saying.
But they have it in Chicago too, but it doesn't do very well in the ratings. I mean, and they probably have it here, but they can't get over a 1 share. And so, I mean,
I think the reason Air America failed was that Democrats and liberals would rather listen to conservative radio because that's what makes their blood boil the most. They don't want to hear the same talking points over and over again on Air America, so they're not going to listen.
Right.
Conservatives aren't going to listen.
But, and I think a lot of talk radio, it's just the idea to say stuff out there, and then you could say stuff that's overboard. I mean, look at those Minnesota guys who talked about, Magic Johnson not having HIV. I mean, it stirs controversy, and then you have the whole IMUS thing.
Yeah, but they're almost Canada. So
Pardon me?
They're almost Canada.
It's Minnesota.
They may as well be Canada.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that talk radio, just like any shows, it's trying to stir the blood and things, and sometimes put it out there, and that's what makes it good radio. Because if you had a show that only agreed with your views, I don't think that people would listen to it all that much.
It's boring.
It's like that old line from the Howard Stern movie where basically they said that the guys' reviewers, they couldn't believe his rating numbers, and they said that people that love Howard Stern listen for an average of an hour a day. People that hate him listen for an average of 2 hours a day.
And the reason was because they wanted to see what he's going to say next.
Right.
And that's the interesting thing about talk radio. And I like music, and I like talk.
We have 79 people hanging on our words right now,
Right.
so we are dominating the Ustream airwaves.
Yes, a little lower than usual.
Question. There was a question for you. I just missed. Oh, well, Eliza, who's a faithful viewer, is a nice woman, and I don't know. I've never seen a picture.
Don't they
of
have
her,
people's
but
pictures?
I'm
She's
sure
in the
she's
Philippines.
attractive. She wants to know what the craziest thing was that you ever said on the air.
Oh man, I don't know if this guy need to repeat.
Just one. Okay, it is clean.
She's an article writer, so Liza,
No.
you can't write an article about this.
She writes articles?
She writes articles.
Oh, never mind. I love everyone.
Liza.
Sorry, not
or
good.
a goof, you know.
No, but I'll tell you a goof that I did at just an event, at a speaking event. I had my own event, and I think it relates because I talked about it on the radio. Is we had the speaker come up, and let's say Joel was come to speak at our events, and I said I would told the audience in the morning, all right, Joel's going to come, and I need someone in the audience. Now, there's a lot of people say this is a scam, and then walk out. And in the first 15 minutes of your talk, everyone would walk out sporadically, where instead of talking to 200 people, he would end up talking to 2 people. And we did that to a speaker friend of mine. I won't give his name because he's already mad that I did it. And he starts saying that this is a scam, and walked out. And he's like, "What was it, me? What?" He's from the South. He's like, was it me? And then people start walking out. And before I got on, I had him sign a release. And literally, he was talking to 2 people at the end. He was so no, what? No. And then we all, like 200 of us, came back in and all just gave him a big, hey, we got you, and we got him too. Now, of course, the word got around every speaker and every around the world that I scammed him, and it just the whole thing was really funny. It is.
Punked him.
We punked him, but people took it the purple monkey blue. Back to the monkey talk again. But what it did is that now, for example, if you heard it third hand, you'd think I sabotaged him and I put an imposter. So I'm out of that business now too, and I'll be out of radio according to my lawyer, who just sent me a text message. It says, "Kiss your radio career goodbye."
It's done. It's
over.
done.
And then Liza's going to write an article, and that'll be the end of me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, you know, they're obviously fascinated by our discussion here, and they would like for us to destroy the desk.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that. And we actually don't have tools to do this. Chris, you might want to move the camera back.
I did warn the downstairs yesterday, but do we want to warn the downstairs?
There's really not much to this. We don't have tools. Gordon actually...
I could sit on it.
Gordon suggested that we, he was going to bring, and I'm like, no, I don't want fingers, coming off. What, did you do something?
No, I can karate chop it.
You're going to karate chop it?
I will.
All right. So pull
It's not
back.
going to work.
Well, I think we should have the flying monkey help.
We're going to, we need the flying monkey. He's right down there. And since we're standing, you're going to need to pull back so we can get a wide shot. And we're going to go handheld with this thing. This is a piece of crap desk. You can see here, if you want to give us a zoom, how this particle board is broken through. And now the screw is showing through here. And it's time for something new because, frankly, I deserve better. And Dan, we're going to let you have a go at it first here. If you want to come around the back and give it a good shot.
Well, hold on, let me put my shades on here.
Yeah.
Yes, protective goggles, please. Our insurance agent hopefully is not watching this.
I don't know.
I think you should just jump on it.
That'll definitely work.
I'm just
jump on
In
it.
the old days, I could do it. They're pretty good, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Oh my!
Do that. That was easy. Oh,
That's my
step your foot.
Okay.
And what else we got?
That was easy.
Then we have this.
Well, we need to take the rest of it apart.
Oh, man.
Okay, so really, I am not destroying anything. Dan is destroying it. Go ahead. Come on. Come
no,
on.
I didn't. And
Do that thing you do.
I don't know if.
I'll shield you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this?
Although if I get
wait. Let me move any potential spillage.
What I could do is iPhone lightsaber it.
Let's see, it's moving over. Yeah. All right.
I don't know if I want to do this again or want to do something different. Certainly,
I'm
we could step on it. That was
There you go. Well done.
So we will pack this up and ship it to anybody who wants.
Actually, what we can do is sell pieces.
We can see it.
Right? If we take this in little bits. This for a $10 donation, we will send this.
The Fox
to,
Foundation.
PayPal Joel at worldvillage.com.
I think we're done.
And if you'll look up close, it's actually
Now
very
for our-
fine workmanship.
For Indian viewers, I'll lay on the. All right, I think that's about it.
I think we've done
I think we got to do some more.
So let's pull our chairs back up here and let's talk about this experience. I want to see what people are saying because clearly this was cathartic. I think for all of America. I think that this might be the turning point.
Is that a symbolism for the destruction of America?
I think this will bring everybody together. High Maintenance says, Mr. Comm, tear down that desk.
Yeah, I did look scared.
Sky Guy says if we sign it, he'll take the pieces. Bill says, now burn the desk in ashes, then burn the ashes.
Nobody's saying how is Dan's hand feel right now.
Edward says you are Dojo Dan,
Yeah.
and it was a nice kick. Let's see what other comments that we've got here. Danger. Impressive. Awesome. Wow. Better get him to the ER. Protective glass is needed. Chainsaw. Burn it. Jump on it. Wow, that really is a crap desk. JT is scared.
Actually, that's solid oak.
I never thought Sir Dan can do that. Like, we should call him Karate Chop Dan. Use Dan on a stick. We could have...
Yeah, that would have worked.
Okay, so... and James says, glad we can now confirm that Joel is wearing pants. It's very true. So, boy, we still got 10 minutes left to go, and I don't know how to better that. We will have a new desk. Oh, here's some. I'm looking at the camera here. You guys are there. Here's some cool news. Elevate, our seminar, is now closed out. No more seats available. It's taking place here in Denver a week from Friday for 3 days. And we might have some people here that are coming, I'm not sure. But the Saturday night, which is the 25th?
Yes.
Yes, on the 25th, careful, watch for the splinters. We don't want you to get a splinter in your big toe. Saturday night, the 25th, from 8 to 10 Central Time, we will have a special edition of Joel Comm live from Wood Chip Central. Live from the Elevate seminar, and we're still working. Would you like some ketchup with your chips?
Oh my God! I just ate Joel Comm's desk. That's when you know you made it.
That's how you can blog that. So a week from Saturday is that souvenir. Yeah. That and a flying monkey.
No donations.
Yeah, hang that on your wall next to your first $1.
I know.
Yeah. We're gonna have a special edition of Joel Comm Live, and we're probably going to bring some people from the conference up on stage. You're thirsty?
I am.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
The lights. It's actually kind of hot, isn't it?
Well, usually when I'm on TV, they have glasses for me.
We got nothing for you.
Sorry.
They have like Joel Comm mug, like
with a JC logo. So we still got to figure out. We still need to invite guests to join us, but it is going to be a very special. You know, when you have a very special episode, you jump the shark, right?
Right.
So Saturday, October 25th, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, a very special Joel Comm Live.
Who's going to listen live at 8 o'clock on a Saturday?
Lots of
They will. Our fans will. Gerard LeBlanc says Joel.com for president.
Can I be vice president? I can't be president because I'm Canadian.
Market down 500 again.
Is it really?
It's like...
The markets are irrational.
Is this something we said, or?
It was the desk.
Yeah.
I think it's the flying monkey.
Let's see. The question is why do rich guys wear such cheap looking jeans?
We all have zero social lives.
Well, yeah.
That's what I thought. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, the different time zones. Eric Farewell. What's up, bro? Just with Eric over the weekend. He's coming out here too. He's actually our next victim.
Canadians for presidents.
Really?
I don't know if you want that though. You know what they did? You want to hear something funny in Canada? Because they got an election in Canada this week, right? So what they were doing is that some guy was going around, and if they had a conservative signs on their lawns, they would go in their driveways and cut their brake lines. I don't know if you heard about that. When I was in Canada last couple weeks ago.
That's violent.
My neighbor had a little 9.
By the way, do you know what the name of the people who did that? The group? People for Change.
Oh, nice. My neighbor had a 9-year-old girl rip up her McCain sign, pull it up out of the ground, and started swearing at her for having the sign in her yard. I thought that was nice.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
My neighbor had a 9-year-old pull her sign up, McCain sign up out of her thing and started swearing.
You know my partner, one of my first business partners, and I don't agree with that, but he got a George Bush tattoo 2 weeks ago, like a W. And I thought that was the most retarded thing I've ever heard. Who gets a W with, you know what I mean?
He's promoting Oliver Stone's movie.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he got paid to there were people that...
Maybe he had W, 22% approval.
Congress, 9%.
Is it 9% now?
Oh, yeah.
So who's approving? I'd like to know, talk to people, who's approving of the work. That's how you know the country's got mad. You got 9% approving Congress.
Oh, hey, Alejandro's with us, too. The Success Fool. Just out at Alejandro Reyes Conference in California over the weekend. I'm going to cough. I'm going to hit the cough button. There, that was easy.
Yeah, if we had some water, it'd be good.
Yeah. So here's a question: what is the suggested website for hunting down foreclosures to buy?
This website called propstreams.com. Propstream.com.
Let's check that out. Let's see.
I don't know if it's even working.
Propstream.com.
It's a very good website.
No. That's is it Prop Streams?
Yeah, streams.
Plural, because there's more than one. No.
I don't know. I can give you their phone number if you want. I don't know.
You're such a
Tell them to go to gettingrichtsmart.com. Yeah, actually go to gettingrichtsmart.com.
So let's
gettingrichtsmart.com.
Getting Rich Smart. From there, you'll be able to get links. So talk about foreclosures for a moment. How do you
Okay.
go about?
Well, right now,
Finding.
some people say, "Oh, I want to get into commercial real estate." When you have every big dogs like Sam Zell and Trump and all that, first of all, Trump doesn't own most of the buildings he owns. He actually leases out his name. The money's people always need a place to live, but they don't necessarily need a place to work. And what foreclosures are now, I mean, I bought a property just a couple of weeks ago for 40 cents on the dollar, and we already sold it for 90 cents on a dollar. I mean, and if you're looking for the home of your dreams, even if it's not even for investing purposes, if you're looking for the home of your dreams, you're going to be able to get $1 million homes for really, really cheap. But one interesting thing in the market, in the foreclosure market, is the really, really expensive houses have not gone down because the rich keep getting richer while the poor keep getting poorer. And it just goes to show is that, if we've become a society where people are either going to get rich or they die broke. And if you're stuck in the middle, you're going to find yourself on the short end. And that's the great thing about your product is that, and what I like, and I liked your book, and it was a really great book, is the idea to earn more by working less. And that's really what you're providing. And hold on.
This book?
And it comes with this.
This book?
It comes, if you get it today,
And a
it
flying
comes for your
monkey.
very,
Piece of the
and
desk.
well, now flying monkeys outside the budget. But what really this book taught me, and because I made a lot of money, but if I don't get up in the morning and don't go to work, then I don't get paid. And it's the idea to get paid for other people's work. And the future, obviously, being worldwide, is the internet. And even the real estate game has changed to a very real estate technology game. And for example, one of the things we do is short sales too, is where we short properties and say they owe $100,000, we're trying to get it to the banks for $20. And one of the big things in the business that was dragging down is if you were the real estate agent I was dealing with, they'd be calling us all day. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with the status? So all of our day, instead of negotiating with the banks these deals, would be kind of like answering questions from agents or people who wanted statuses on deals. And so now with the technology, we've set up a website that you log on to your file and get all the updates. And so not having technology, what it does, it's replacing 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And that's the great thing it's done. And since we started adopting some of your strategies, I've started making a lot of money without working. I mean, there's nothing better when you open up your bank account and you're like, oh, that's not money wouldn't make. And I think it's a good complement to everything else you're doing until it gets big enough where you could be anywhere in the world and make money. So
just how good of a deal can you find, let's say, on a $300,000 house?
it all depends. It's all about timing, like the political.
Right.
It's all the timing, just like politics is all timing. Everything's all about timing, but you can pick them up as cheap as 20, 30 cents on a dollar. Are they losing their houses? There are going to be a lot more foreclosures in the area. The biggest thing I want you to do
And
is
the banks just want to get something.
they want to get out. Well, right now, some of them were a little holding back because they think they're going to get bailed out, right? But at the end of the day, I think the people that are going to renegotiate with are the ones who were paying like 5% and then went up to 6, 7% with the ARMs. But there are some people who can't afford it, and you can rework their payments, but if they can't afford it now, they won't be able to afford it later. And so what it does is it's all about timing. And one of the things I'd care for is that let's say you want to buy a property for 60 cents on a dollar. It's for $100,000, you buy it for 60,000. You have to be careful because you have to now anticipate, will there be a lot more foreclosures in that area? Because your 60 cents on a dollar could turn out to be a 90 cents on a dollar if the bank takes over properties and just lowers the price. And so you have to be very careful. And I always said location does not matter in real estate unless you can buy it at the right price. And that's what it's come down to. So you have to be very, very careful. And you have to take a look at every single deal as if it was going to be your one of 20 you're going to make in your lifetime. I've done 591 deals, but that's not the way to go in today's market. I think you have to be very selective because if you just did 5 great deals a year, you'll make $600,000.
I moved here to Colorado. It'll be 2 years in February. I've still got a house sitting in Oklahoma, in Edmond. It's got a renter in it right now. Their lease is up in April.
What's the mortgage?
And none. It's paid off.
I'll make you an offer, $10,000.
I've got one in New
Such a
Hampshire.
deal.
I've got one in New Hampshire too.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
sell.
sitting there, and I'm looking forward
Well, who wants to buy
uh,
houses in Oklahoma?
This is what I'm saying.
New Hampshire though, nice.
There's good people in Edmond.
You know what?
There's
The only
good
time you make money in New Hampshire is when there's a primary. You rent it out.
All right. So with that said, I believe we're running out of tape. We're running out of time. I'm running out of patience. Lord knows we have no more desk
We're
left.
running out of desk.
And JT is thirsty, and we got to get him something to drink, or he's going to be like, he's just going to dry up. So, did you really read the book?
I did.
Cover to cover?
Cover to cover.
The index?
No.
Yeah. Oh, see, liar.
No. Well, I read the whole. I don't think the index counts. For example,
JT Fox, nationally syndicated radio show host. Go to jtfoxblog.com to learn more about him and his ilk and that which he does. Love him or hate him, he's here just the same. And thanks.
well,
for
we know
coming.
what we're doing. I mean, love or hate it. When it comes to business, I know what
We got it down.
we know what we're doing.
Got it going
It
on.
works. I mean, obviously, my model's always been study the best, and which is one reason I'm here. I mean, I flew all the way from. I mean, I was at a networking event in Tampa, and I came all the way here to meet Joel to see what he does and what he's about. Because obviously, you're the best in the business of what you do. We can have a lot of fun, but hate your political views or love your political views. You know how to make money. You're one of the world's top experts in this field, and that's what I want to do. So. But sometimes people get so G'd, I can't do it because of his views. Who cares what my views
You know
are?
what? I don't care what your views are. I want it. I
Green
wanna
is
help
green,
you.
baby.
I want to help you make money.
Help me help you.
That's about help me to help you. Help me to help you. This book and this piece of wood chip. Put your hand on the television set. This is all you need. And so on
Success.
behalf of-
Give it like do like my show. You can't end off like this.
Success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. We'll see you next week on, actually it'll be a Wednesday.
Next Saturday at 8 o'clock, special live streaming, and Joe Camarade saying hi.
Sounds like Carrie meets restaurant.
So special thanks to Chris the Hand Harper for being able to somehow
Speaking of hand, mind is fine. It's not broken.
in the midst of this. That's
From
good
doing
because
that.
Workman's
I don't think anybody
Comp
cares
will
about
not
you,
cover
Dan.
that.
I don't
I'd
think so.
say.
On behalf of Dan Nickerson, who can speak for himself,
Yes.
Dan on a Stick, Flying Monkeys Everywhere, thanks to all of you for joining us today. We'll see you next Wednesday, and then mark down special edition of Joel Comm Live, 8 p.m. Mountain, that's 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, a 2-hour show, Saturday, October 25th, the Trick or Treat episode. Thanks, JT. See ya.
Hey.
We're out.
Yeah.